Hey guys, welcome to another video. So, I have a problem. It's a pretty big problem, and as you can probably tell from the title of this video, my problem is sequels. A lot of them. I constantly look at my bookshelf and find out that I am behind on so many series. I recently set myself up a Goodreads shelf to keep track of the series I'm reading and which ones I need to finish. So the shelf for the first book I've read in a series is currently at something like 56, which is quite a huge amount. I definitely didn't know it was 56. Then my shelf for my completed series is at about 8. So I really need to get a move on with this because that is just unacceptable to me. This is relevant because I recently watched a video from Sarah from over at Clumsiness is a Curse, whose channel I will leave in the links below. Now she has set herself a reading challenge for the month of December where she finishes 5 series. Now I'm not going to be quite that ambitious because a lot of the series that I'm actually currently reading are not entirely finished yet. So my challenge is, in the month of December, I am only going to read sequels. Exclusively. So I have a bunch of sequels here, and for the month of December I am only going to be able to choose these books to read. Now I will show you the books. The first book in the pile is Magic Rises by Ilona Andrews. This is not the last book in the series, there's probably going to be many more as it's an urban fantasy series, but this would get me up to date, which would be quite helpful. I am also going to read Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I have tried to read this book about 5 times, but it's gone to the point where I actually don't remember the ending to Divergent. It makes reading Insurgent, especially a book that starts straight after the end of the first one, a little bit confusing, and I have heard it's not that great. But I am going to buckle down and attempt to read it in the month of December. I'm also going to read Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. I don't know how I forgot that name. This is another book that I have started before and quit after a few chapters. So far the month of December is looking like a pretty hard reading month for me. Next is the book that has been on my shelf for so long and I'm actually really excited about, so it is Seeing Red by Frank Bedore. This is the second in the Looking Glass Wars trilogy, which is kind of a dystopian Alice in Wonderland type tale, and the first one was really good, so I'm expecting really good things from this sequel. It is a trilogy, so after this I will only have one more book to read. Next is Unholy by Neal Shusterman. This is the second in the Unwind trilogy. I actually really enjoyed the first one, and the third one just came out, so maybe I'll buy that one and add that one to this pile too. Next I have Industrial Magic and Haunted by Kelly Armstrong, which is another urban fantasy series. There's about 13 in this series, and these are books 4 and 5, I believe, so I've still got quite a long way to go on this one, but I am really enjoying it. Books for December. Next is Spirit, which is the third book in the Elemental series, which I actually really enjoy, and it's a bit of a guilty pleasure. This part of me wonders if I, a 25-year-old male, should really be enjoying a book that seems to be written for 15-year-old girls, so but I will finish it, and the 4th one comes out in January, so that's perfect timing. Last 2 books I'm going to attempt to read is The Iron Daughter and The Iron Queen by Julie Kagawa. Now I really like the Immortal Rules series by Julie Kagawa. I read the first one of these and I wasn't hugely impressed. I did think the last 100 pages kind of picked it up and I was enjoying it. Going to give these 2 a second try. I do have the whole series on my shelf, so I should try and get through them. Yes, so the month of December is all about me trying to stop series taking over my shelf, because right now my TBR just looks like sequels. It's kind of ridiculous. I am also going to read one more, and that is The Lost World by Michael Crichton, I want to say. I read the Jurassic Park last week and I really enjoyed that, and that's only a 2-part series, so I can finish that one right here, right then. So that has been the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up for natural lighting, and I shall see you soon with another one, possibly in a few days. I'm trying to be much more proactive when it comes to YouTube, so let's get on it. Goodbye!